Okay, you see that title? Anime saved my life. I know, it sounds like total clickbait, but I promise you it's not. This is the headline of a huge, really emotional, and honestly kinda surprising conversation that has been absolutely exploding across social media. So today we're gonna unpack why so many people are making this powerful claim and what it might tell us about the power of stories in our lives. So let's start with a simple question. Is anime just entertainment? I mean, for most of us, the answer seems pretty obvious. It's a hobby, right? It's a passion, a way to unwind after a long day. But what if, for a growing number of people all around the world, the answer is so much more than that? And look, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We all love diving into these fantastic stories, following our favorite characters on these epic journeys, and just getting lost in that beautiful animation. For millions of people, that is the magic of it.
But if you dig a little deeper, just beneath that surface, something else has been bubbling up. We're talking thousands and thousands of posts, comments, and threads that are telling a completely different story, one that's deeply personal and, for a lot of people, totally life-altering.
And that brings us right to the heart of this whole thing. It's this incredibly direct, incredibly powerful statement that you see being shared over and over and over again. Anime saved my life. And people aren't using that as a metaphor, they mean it. Literally. So what on earth do they mean by that? Well, when you read these posts, you see that for them, anime became this critical support system. People describe it as a lifeline that helped them get through some of the absolute darkest moments you can imagine. We're talking crippling loneliness, battling depression, and even escaping abusive homes. It gave them a reason to just hold on. And the honesty in these posts is just startling. Take this quote from an anonymized post. "I learned the morality from anime that my parents didn't teach me." Wow. I mean, that's a gut punch, right? It suggests that for some people, these stories were filling this massive void, offering a kind of moral compass where maybe there wasn't one before. So this is the crucial point. This goes way, way beyond just escaping reality for a little while. The common thread in all these stories is that anime provided real, actual hope. It gave them the motivation to get through just one more day, the strength to face their demons, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, things could get better. And get this isn't just happening in one country or one online community. It's a truly global conversation. You see these eerily similar stories popping up from every single corner of the world. It's kind of wild. Just take a look at this. It gives you a little snapshot of the scope we're talking about. In Russia, people credit a show like Naruto with teaching them to never give up, especially when facing bullies. You go to South America and you see stories of series like Gurren Lagann being called a literal lifesaver. From Europe to the US and other English-speaking places, the pattern just repeats. The shows might be different, but the impact people are describing is exactly the same. Profound positive change. It's pretty fascinating when you think about it, right? A story that was created in Japan can connect so deeply with someone in Brazil or Belgium. It just goes to show you that those core themes, things like friendship, perseverance, trying to find your place in the world, they're truly universal. They can give you strength no matter who you are or where you come from. Okay, so we've seen the personal impact, which is already huge. But this is where the online conversation takes an even more surprising turn. People are suggesting that this whole phenomenon might actually be having a much wider effect on society itself. And that sounds like a massive leap, I know. Can a form of entertainment really influence big societal trends? Well, according to a whole lot of these viral posts, the answer people are giving is a resounding yes. So here's the central argument that keeps coming up. The idea is that for a lot of young people who might be feeling lost or don't have positive outlets, life can feel like a fork in the road. One path can lead to some really destructive behaviors. And according to this online narrative, anime is providing a compelling, positive alternative. And some of the anecdotes people share online to back this up are just stunning. You've got these repeated claims that as anime got more popular in the US, youth crime actually went down. There's this one wild story that gets passed around about drug dealers in Mexico supposedly calling anime their worst enemy because it keeps kids inside watching shows. And then you have these really personal stories, like a dad in the US just being so relieved his daughter was addicted to anime, not drugs. So all of this leads to the biggest question of all. Why? Why anime specifically? What is it about this particular medium that's having such a profound effect on people, at least according to them? What's the secret sauce? Well, when you sift through the discussion, a few key reasons keep popping up. First, those universal themes. These stories are all about loneliness, failure, friendship, and growth, things everybody can relate to. Second, they aren't afraid to get deep and explore really complex, difficult emotions. And third, a lot of posters say they feel like anime offers this kind of creative freedom and diversity of ideas that they just aren't finding in other mainstream entertainment. And this quote, from a really popular analysis of the trend, I think it just captures the whole sentiment perfectly. The idea that in a world where maybe those traditional support systems aren't there, for some people, storytelling, and specifically anime, is stepping in to fill that gap. Modern salvation. That's a powerful thought. So in the end, whether you see this as just a collection of touching stories or a sign of a much deeper cultural shift, it's an incredible reminder of the power of a good story. It shows how art can cross any border, connect with us on a really fundamental level, and sometimes give us the strength we need to just keep going.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to take away from all this. It doesn't have to be anime, of course. It could be a book you read, a movie you saw, or even a song. But what's a story that's truly had a profound impact on your life? It's definitely something worth thinking about.